There we go. People have started to take transit there. Oh my god. We're closing in on it. 20 more minutes. Are we gonna make it? For the first time ever. For the first time ever, we have turned a profit in SubwayBuilder day over day. We have got to ride this momentum and do the exact same thing that we did today for a long, long time until we have enough money to expand the system. This is what it's all about. Welcome back to SubwayBuilder gamers. Today we are going to play a little bit on our second version of Indianapolis and see if we can actually make money this time, right? First two episodes didn't go so good. This episode I know is gonna go well. So yeah, let me just get refamiliarized with the map that we made. We made a little north-south line, but if my memory serves me right, it's the people are not quite getting to their final destination from where they're starting. So like here you're starting to see some, but like I'm seeing over here we're seeing a lot of walking. Down here, I don't know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what we're gonna be doing today. Looking at like, oh wow, so there's a good amount of movement east to west right around here that I think we can capture. I think that that's like a prime spot for a new line. I'm seeing a lot of this. I hope you're seeing a lot of this. Let's see if we can make that happen. So, I just got right into connecting up these stations. I decided to go across this corridor like this. And the reason why I thought I'd pause to clue everybody in is because I found that these east-west routes, if I go over to demand stats, would very often do exactly what we're seeing right here. So this guy just goes to work right down here by another stop, or this one goes to work right here, or this goes to work right over here. I want them to be captured by the transit system. That way they'll take it. We can get to the super long lines later on, but if you're seeing a lot of I'm seeing a lot of this. If you're seeing this, I'm seeing a lot of this horizontal motion here. So I'm hoping someone who lives here and works here won't drive anymore, and instead they will decide to walk, if possible. You could even go somewhere out here, but you know, you gotta stop at some point. But that's my thought process behind this, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect that up now. And really quick, I kept this station at 9 elevation to avoid the overlap. So like one's gonna be on top of the other. They have to be grade separated for them to not run into each other, and if I'm not wrong, you literally can't in this game make stations cross at grade with each other, which makes sense, because if you try to have, I don't know if you've ever seen a train station that, like, you know, crosses itself. I dream about this quite often, but you know, if you found a train station where the platform's like kind of splitting across like that, please let me know, because I really want to visit there. But no, I think that you're not supposed to do that for whatever reason. And so you can't do that in this game either. So yeah, I separated 9 up there, 9 meters up there, 5 meters down here, in case you all were wondering. And so at a cost of $767 million, we are going to click build on this and put our new line in there. Gonna call this new route gonna call it the Lime Line. Now we can buy more trains, and we can hope and pray that the 17-minute frequency is enough to get people to take the train more often, because I would really love to turn a profit in this game. We may have failed once, but we do not lose hope. We will try again. If this happens forever, I'm gonna be here forever. I'm gonna keep doing this until Indianapolis makes money with transit. Let's go. So our 6 a.m. is doing good, our 7 a.m. is doing good. These are hours that we were not doing well last time around. So what I'm seeing from this graph right here, this is the last 24 hours, is this is the overnight when no trains are running. This is the rush hour. This is the medium times where we're not quite seeing that much ridership for how much service we're having in the middle of the day. So I think I'm going to cut that a little bit and keep our rush hour service the way that it is. And play around with if we run trains during the night, are people going to take them during the night? I mean, we will check that, we will see. But overall, this is so much better of a day margin-wise than we've had in a little bit since the start of this second go around. Like, we only lost $2 million yesterday compared to 3.7, compared to 3.9, 3.09 is what I mean. But you can see the graph yourself. This is just going to grow down to the same number as this today. But that is definitely a step in the right direction, but we must continue and we must stay focused, because what we did there is definitely an example of something that we can do to be successful. But we got to continue that. We got to find other corridors just like that can really help us out, because the more lines, the more total availability for mobility all over the place. So ideally, we can find another place where people will start to take the train from, and we can build from there. So we have $1.5 billion. I want to expand now rather than try to cut costs and make it work now, because if we have a bigger system in general, I feel like the bigger system is going to better benefit us in the long run, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so what I've identified after a little bit of a roaming around is that a lot of people who live along this road right here seem to work right up here at Pennsylvania Street. So I'm thinking if I can get a line that we will see whether I run it into the lime line right here and have it stop at this horizontal stop, and then they can take it 2 more stops up here, or if I can just straight up run it into the city somehow and then up Pennsylvania Street to match up with it itself. I'm going to be exploring my options there, seeing whether people are going north of this line or not, because I am seeing that along this line, see right here, connectivity to the other lines would be very beneficial for this person, for all of these basically. So that's going to be my next endeavor. So I'm not seeing the most, if I go back to the demand stats, I'm not seeing the most connection between this line and the other line of the city, but what I'm trying to identify is spots that we haven't captured yet, and also trying to plan for the future at the same time. So I'm thinking about another through lining. If this runs up through this way, runs into the lime line, continues up north into this direction, this will make it so that trips in the future that are coming from further out, say like over here, aren't so afraid to get their final couple stops on this other line if possible. Just trying to kind of future-proof more than specifically design for what the current demand is right now. Because like the current demand to go in this way and then out this direction isn't quite there, but imagine a scenario where like instead of hopping on here, what's a good way of saying this? Let's imagine in the future that a line runs from around here down to the airport. Instead of just running into here and stopping here and then worrying about transferring to the lime line to get over to this stop so that you can go over to this, so you can finally make it your way over to the airport. Instead, more through running allows for easier connections just kind of across the board, which is what I'm thinking. And I'm not going to go too far. I'm going to do 1, maybe 2 stops up here. I'm thinking 2 because of this like little catchment area that I'm thinking a stop right here where I can, and I think that these stops that are a little bit further apart than the other ones, I think will add a good amount of interconnectedness to the current service that we're running. So let's build that up, and I'll come back to you when I'm about to click build. So I added my crossovers, and then when I click build, I gotta zoom in a little bit. I love this animation. How nice. So now we gotta make a line out of it. Calling this one the yellow line. Let's connect it up. Run just a little bit of service at the beginning, and yeah, that's that. We'll see how this performs. Oh, amazing. So we're seeing a much better 7 a.m. Let's hope that that can continue into the 8 a.m. hour. We love to see that our new line is getting used. Oh, but I did say that I would lower service in the middle of the day for the other two routes, so let me do that really fast. Now let's see how that stacks up. So overall, if we go to our 14 days, the day is going to be over in just under 2 hours here. We're seeing that we are not losing that much money per day, and our trend continues in the right direction, which is what we love, right? So if we take a look at day 8, we're losing 1.39 million compared to 2, compared to 3.09. We are trending in the right direction with this interoperability, but we also got to be very careful because we only have $1 billion left. Only have $1 billion. We've got to make it so that the connections, foster interconnectedness. Make it so that everything works well together. Synergy. Words you would use to describe an MLM. Think about those, and you'll know what I'm thinking about. So let's look around and see what we can exploit further. So we're seeing a great blue dot here. We're seeing another blue dot and a bunch more purple dots, which is what I love to see. Purple dots and blue dots means that they are using transit or a little bit more than they were before. If you see red, that means they're driving. So let's see what we can do next. I am seeing a good amount of people down in this corridor who want to be getting into the city at various points, and that's amazing because that's the whole point of this yellow and green line synergy that I had going on, is now if you run 2 lines in the same place, you just have more frequency. So let's say if I run a line here to this middle stop here, there's now twice as much frequency for people to just jut over the one stop, which is what they need to do. So yeah, I think a stop down here is definitely the right move. So while a station out here does seem alright, especially in regard to seeing these couple lines come up this way, but a couple just go way out too far that way. This is one small dot to be relying on, and I kind of want to just rely on the things that we know will work. We know this guy is going to take the train from here to work over here. We know that, maybe that's not the best example. We know that people from here are going to take the train to right there, or to right here, or to hopefully over here. These seem more like sure bets than the stop all the way out here. So I'm going to hold off on this stop, spend a little less money, and build this shorter line right now. We just got to figure out where we got to through run it to. And I think we found it like immediately. Like this corridor up here is absolutely popping with people who want to get downtown or to over here, and capturing this audience. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Capturing these people to take the train, I think would make our system a lot more profitable. Maybe running out directly east from here is the right move to do. So we can line up these streets and put a stop like right here. Now, because so many people work along this blue line, I'm thinking about having it run into the lime and yellow over here, cut up this way, intersect with Cranert Drive over here, and then go out that direction. I think that's the move. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Listen to me talking like a ute. That's the move. Okay, so we've added in our crossovers. We are going to click build on this thing and add in a line to it. Just run it during the day, just like everything else. And we've got $500 million left in our budget. Let's hope that we can bring it closer. 7 a.m. weirdly made more money yesterday. Maybe it's just random day to day a little bit, but our 8 a.m. and our 9 a.m. are doing far, far better. And now right here, when we're in this type of spot, we can play around with having a little bit of service in the middle of the night. So what's our most trafficked lines? It's the lime line and the blue line, and the yellow. It's all pretty even, actually. So if we add just one train in the middle of the night for all of them, I wonder if that'll save us some money. I bet it won't, honestly, but it's worth a shot. This is the real test. If we don't see this number start to go up at 21 o'clock, if no one takes it, then it's not worth having service. 22 o'clock, weirdly enough, is going crazy. That's weird. It might be worth having service specifically just for that. But we'll see how the rest of the night goes. Maybe that's like a get out of a baseball game type deal. And midnight crosses, meaning that we actually lost a little bit more money yesterday than we usually do. Honestly, I think that's due to us running trains in the middle of the night. I think we should give up on that idea for right now and try that only out of desperation when we're out of cash later on. Yeah. Are there any more obvious corridors that we're missing that we can kind of exploit? I think an extension to the lime line might be the way to go, because I'm seeing a lot of this horizontal demand coming into the university that I think the lime line can capture. Not just that, but if the lime line loops down, I'm seeing a lot of this north-south stuff right here. If the lime line can loop down to the airport, then honestly we might have a gold mine on our hands. Maybe a gold mine is a little bit too special. Is this worth our last shot? I mean, it runs across, and then people from here try to get to there, people from here are trying to get to here, people from here trying to get to here. I think that might work, honestly. And there's already like an existing right-of-way that we can use. So let's see what we can do. And I do, in fact, hate building on highways because I wouldn't go to a stop on the highway personally. So I think I'm going to make the stop just for the subdivision, honestly. So how we doing? We're actually doing really well for today. It's 7 p.m. We're probably going to lose a little bit more money. But we're getting so much closer than we were in these earlier days. So overall, I'm very happy with this. Let's connect up this lime line and really beef up the place. Let's do it. And I think we could actually save some money by making this run at ground level as opposed to super above for these long stretches where we're not crossing any roads. Okay, so we've got to save some money. We've got to save some money because we're not going to have quite enough to build this whole thing. So what can we do? We can make some of it run at grade. We've already done that. We can make more of it run at grade. What's our main cost here? So our stations are 250. Each one of them costs a really, really good amount of money. So, are there any stations that we absolutely do not need? Because I really do think that this route from the lime line to go down to here is the best option for us. Are there any stations that we don't need? There's definitely some over here, but that's a problem for another day. Actually, it might not be if we delete that station. No, I'm gonna stick with this. This station gets barely any ridership. I wonder if the lime line even stops at that. It does. Anyway, for the demand stats, I want to do around these stations, and I want to compare. Like around Lyndhurst Drive, people are already taking transit to work. Yeah, half of them at least. But that is the only place that they work. So I wonder, this would definitely catch more people. How about this? This would definitely catch some people, particularly from here. But honestly, I think that consolidating this to one stop is the move. Getting rid of 2 stops for this area and instead putting one kind of in this central spot right here. I think keeping that one is the best way to do it. Yeah, I think that getting rid of this stop is the best way to do it, and then try to run more of this at grade while we can. Yeah. You know, we could also definitely cut some cost by shortening this literal, like, build, the space it takes to build, by just running it deeper right here and cutting it more straight. Deeper is the wrong word for what I just said. More direct. 510. And we have the crossover, which I do want to rebuild because sometimes they break. That's definitely the best way to come up here. It's definitely more direct. We like that. We've gotten it down to 504, which is actually 514. Where else can we cut? Just little stuff. Are at-grade stations allowed, even? But in terms of, like, in and around that station that I was just planning on building, this area tries to get to that area quite a bit. This to there is something that I'm looking at stealing. But of all the stations to cut, I feel like that's the one. And getting to the airport is going to be very valuable to us. So yeah, let's make this happen. This is only 475 if we cut that station, so yeah. I think this is the way. And we don't even have to change the routes around, we just have to edit this one to add all these 4 or 5 more stops that we got. Conform. Add one more train, and let's pray. This is now, we're down to 14. It's either, it is do or die now. We've done our system, and now we just gotta hope that it makes some money. It's losing a good amount of money, but I'm also seeing us stagnate a little bit. Oh, we like that. How's our 24 hours looking? Oh, we're coming into the peak of the day. So we built that right in the middle of the day. But our 17 o'clock has never been so high, which is awesome because we're getting people who are commuting back to the city from the airport. At least I think so. Oh yes, I love to see that demand movement from around the airport area. Workers, like, this is what we're looking for. Look at that, we're getting strong blue points from here, which is awesome. 660 more riders just off of that stop, which is amazing. So we're definitely closer than yesterday, closer than perhaps we've ever been. No, our closest day was definitely this 1.39 day, but we're at minus 2.01, which is pretty good. We can up this fare to $5. I think that'll get us a little bit more money in the short term. Let's hope that we can turn a profit. Let's go. While we actually have $12 million, I absolutely, positively want to buy some more trains so that we can, with absolutely every cent we have, so we have more flexibility. As we go into the negatives, we're really going to want that. At least I think so. Lime line, when are people taking it? A lot in the middle of the day. So yeah, that's absolutely perfect. Purple line, when are people taking it? A lot during rush hour, which is more than the medium peak, so we should add another train. Hopefully people will take it. The blue line, how are we doing? Looks like more people are taking it rush hour as well, which is accurate. Yellow line, more people are taking it during rush hour, so we should add a train. Good thing we bought those trains. 48 hours. Our 7 a.m.'s doing great. 7 a.m. didn't do so great the previous day. Our 8 a.m.'s doing great. Our expenses are a little higher, but our peaks are a lot higher too, so like, hopefully it balances out. Indianapolis is by far the hardest map that I have ever done on this game. I normally do Philly, I normally do New York, I normally do Chicago, and like you don't even have to make a good route to make money on those maps, but on this one, wow. Just wow. Yeah. I still haven't even found a way to make money on this map. We are, like, this is me actively trying to do it, but I have never seen numbers in the middle of the day be that good. Hopefully our 13 o'clock is beating. Are you kidding me? Look at this. 13 o'clock never beats expectations. It's normally below. 14 o'clock neither. I don't expect it to. 15, you know, so long as we can stay close. Oh my goodness. It's like for right now, we're making a profit day over day. We got to be able to hold on to that. We absolutely do. We're right back to the negative. Come on. Wait, we actually have $5 million. With that, I think I should buy another train, should I not? Yeah, I absolutely should. How do I buy trains? Like this? Buy trains. Light metro, which is the one we have. Buy trains. Okay. We have bought trains. So we're probably going to go into the negatives very shortly, but with the cash advance that we have, we should buy trains in my onion. Let's see how we did day over day in that calendar day. We're going to see that in an hour and a half. Oh, it's 11 p.m. We're going to lose an hour's worth, and that's going to be the end of the day. So today, we only lost 867K. Wow. All time, and 14 days are the same. But all time, like, look at that. That is such a small number. I bet if we do 525, we will be able to make that up. I just hope so, at least. But hey, you never know. Overnight, I wonder if there's going to be any overnight demand on the Lime line. Because right now, we are entering into the depths of doom and despair, where we just don't know whether people want to take this during off hours. But a lot of people are taking this out this way and down to the airport. And the airport, I feel like, would have demand all times of the day. So if I throw in one train overnight for that, one every hour, I feel like it would be enough for people to take it. Well, let's hope. We're making money in the middle of the day, as we usually do. 8 a.m., 9 a.m. We want to be filling trains. Route ridership. Oh, hopefully raising that fare didn't hit our ridership numbers. No, it doesn't seem like it did. It seems to be zigzagging up and down by above 7K, under 7K. Let's hopefully we can keep it up like that. Hopefully we can keep it above 7K. That would be nice. It's the middle of the night where we absolutely lose so much money. And I feel like being able to run... See, on other maps, if you're able to run a train once every hour, once every 2 hours overnight, then that's typically enough to make a little bit of money without having too much expenses overnight. But the problem is for this, like, the lines are so short that even if you run one train, it goes up and down the route every 25 minutes, and that's too much. It's too much money to operate compared to how much money it makes. We are really, really close to breaking even, Like, look, we're back in the positives today. We're not going to lose that much money. Hopefully we don't lose any money at all. That would be very nice, but we've also got 3 hours left, which I have a feeling this number is going to dip below the line right as time expires, as it usually does. But I don't know, maybe our one overnight train can save us. I would love to have one day in the positive. And we are not going to get it. That's so sad. Look at how close that was. Minus 100K. Okay, so we lost 100K yesterday. Look at how close we are. Wow. There's got to be some optimization that we can do in terms of maybe the purple line. The purple line's running too many trains. For that type of demand, it's just running too many trains. And I don't know if people are taking it in the middle of the day or not. Purple might have to be an express time only, if that few people are taking it in the middle of the day. But it looks like there's a little bit of demand in the middle of the night too. Weird. A lot of people are transferring too. Yeah, I think lowering the purple line by one train is a good move. The yellow line doesn't seem like it needs more trains, although it does have a little bit of demand, low demand. Hey, its medium demand is alright. This guy. Because I think the yellow line and all the lines that run through the center of the city right there, the lime and the yellow, I think they both are getting the people over to the airport, if that makes any sense. Look, the airport line is like running 8,000 riders a day, which is crazy. I would love for that to continue. But it's about service. It's about service changes more than anything right now. We're running more trains in the middle of the day. I guess we gotta see if they're being filled. As we get into 4, 5, 6 p.m., we'll see if the trains are being filled up or if they're not. And if they're not, then there's little we can do. But if they're being filled up, hey, you know, put some more. Look at that. Wow. A lot of people are taking these trains. I don't know if they're taking all 3 at once. Ooh, that one was being pretty full, honestly. 300 some riders. And then we're out of it. If we don't make money today, then we can try adding in one more train on the lime line during the day, during the high demand time. 9 p.m., 10 p.m. It's going to be a buzzer beater, as it usually is. Oh, but we're actually making some money at the 10 p.m. hour now because of the one lime train a night. Are we going to do it? 20 minutes? No! So frustratingly close again. But we did save a little bit of money. It was the right move there. I wonder if the lime line low demand is actually... like, 1% of the time, 1% of the whatever it is. I wonder if cutting this, adding this, would be the right move. Well, let's just see. At this point, I'm just trying stuff. I didn't get a degree in this or anything, so I'm just having a good time. We've got almost 1% of Indianapolis and its surrounding area to take public transit. Wow, those are pitifully low numbers, but you know, the lime line seems to have lost some ridership, so I think I'm going to go back to the way that it was. Let's see if anyone takes this overnight train. 29 people. Hey, look, it's the middle of the night and a couple people are taking it. I think it might be worth it to keep around. So the problem with the purple line is it seems to have the demand necessary. But the problem is that, like it seems to have the demand. The people need to go from here to there. So why don't they take the train from there to there? I think it's got to be frequency, right? I think it's gotta be. So like with the purple line, 1 every 25 minutes, if we can double that, see if more people take it. 1 every 13 minutes, hopefully it'll catch them. Like here to there should be like a no-brainer. But for some reason people just aren't taking it. The demand is in the middle of the day. Oh, so they're just oh wow, look, it's 200 commuters at random times. It's actually really good to know. So with that purple line, like I was saying, it's about catching them here as well to try to get these riders to take it. So I'm gonna go 211 rather than the other way around. There we go. People have started to take transit there. Huge, huge. Oh my god. We're closing in on it. 20 more minutes. Are we gonna make it? For the first time ever. For the first time ever, we have turned a profit in SubwayBuilder day over day. We have got to ride this momentum and do the exact same thing that we did today for a long, long time until we have enough money to expand the system. Thank you for watching, folks. This is what it's all about.